Hey everyone, Shasta here. I hope you're having a great day because I'm bringing you another Atlas building video. In this one, I will be building a schooner which is meant to only use swivel guns and only shoot fire. So, it might actually be pretty useful for PvP, but not if it's a lone ship. Let's say that you're sailing in a big company and you're going out to fight. Okay, so I cannot place another large sail. And you're going to fight with at least 5 or 6 ships on your side and 5-6 other ships on the other side. This schooner is mainly made to be fast, not carry a lot of stuff, although I plan to put a couple of storages and smithies on the bottom side just in case you need to craft something on the move, and yeah, maybe even a tannery if needed be. But the main idea of this schooner is to have a lot of swivel guns on every side, maybe even on 2 levels. I've actually made the design to have 2 levels, and for you to choose whether you want to have the swivel guns on the top, more the higher level, or on the bottom one. I think it's more beneficial to have them on the top for big ships when you fight a brigantine or a galleon. I've already seen that. Oh, one of my crewmates was killed. I wonder what happened. I'll have to check later. So as I was saying, actually using swivel guns with fire is a pretty good strategy and deals a good amount of damage, especially if your ship is fast enough to evade enemy fire. I'm not sure whether it's better to use this ship against opponent ships which have a majority of NPC crew or human crew, but I'm positive that human normal players handling cannons are a lot more prone to making a mistake rather than an NPC, but that's just how I think about it. Anyways, I have seen many people use flame schooners on official, and they're useful. I'm not saying they're the perfect ship, and I'm not saying they're the best ship, but they're a viable option, especially if you have a big organization of people going out and hunting with ships, or you're going to a big fight. And people usually in the big fights focus first on the big ships because they deal the most amount of damage, but the fast schooner, which can go around and hopefully safely deal damage, burn enemies, and sink their ships, is also a viable option. That's why I'm making this build, so you guys can further test it out. Because I've seen something similar, and I've seen that it works to an extent, so I'm like, why not build it and try it out? And you guys can also try it out, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You're gonna tell me in the comment section how bad the build is and that it doesn't work, and I'm gonna think of another build. And so on. That's the part of Atlas. That's why that's why I play Atlas, because I'm excited to make and build different types of ships and buildings and stuff like that. And it's exciting for me, and I want to share that with you, and I hope that you guys also find it useful. If you don't find it useful, you're gonna share that with me and tell me, listen, Shadow Strider, this ship is completely useless. It's a crap ship. Make something better. This doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. I know that all of my one-shot cannon designs don't particularly work on official, although there are a couple of supporters for them who are dying to try them out. But that's why I'm trying something different this time, something more viable, something more normal, something more meant for official servers. And something meant primarily for PvP servers, because you wouldn't be using a schooner with swivel guns for flamethrowers on anything else excluding PvP. You're not gonna go around close to enemy bases on the shore and try to burn them to death. That's not gonna happen, because most bases are made of stone, and stone doesn't burn. Wood burns, ship burns, stone doesn't burn. And this time when I built this thing, I'm almost 100% sure that I made it completely buildable on official servers. I didn't make anything crazy. I didn't use any settings like disabling the structure overlay, not structure overlay, what was the word? The structure obstruction. I disabled every other setting on the ship. I tried to partially build it on official, but I didn't have time to fully complete it. So there might be something that could cause an issue, and I would appreciate it if you guys share that with me. And if you're currently watching what I'm doing, then don't do it. I'm gonna destroy all of these in a bit, so this is a quick warning for everyone, because as always I was experimenting and making different designs each time I build the ship. Usually I try to not build the same ship twice and try to do something differently. Instead of putting square ceilings, I think I replaced them with triangle ones, so I can put actually the railings, and then on top of the railings I can put a couple of swivel guns. I think I have 3 swivel guns at the back. I don't recall what the amount of swivel guns I got on top of this ship. I think 3 at the back, then 2 more on the back sides, 6 or 7 at the full front part of the ship, and then around 8 on each side downstairs. I don't recall. But we're gonna see in a while. As I mentioned earlier, you can build the ship in 2 levels. That's why I left the roof at the front, so you can decide whether you want to have the swivel guns on the bottom railing, the standard part of the ship, or you want to have them above on a higher ground. For fighting bigger ships, I'm gonna repeat myself again. I'm making a bit of aesthetics here because I like ships to look nice and fancy. In order to fight bigger, larger ships, it's a better idea to put them on the roof because you have more range that way. While downstairs, you also have the option of accidentally burning your own wood, if that's even possible. I don't know if it's possible, but I'm just sharing possible problems and issues with the build, which to keep you guys prepared for what might happen and for what you can actually test and check just in case if it happens. And you can tell to other people down in the comment section that the build is useless. I would appreciate it if you guys tell me honestly that you tested it and you find it useless. I'm not gonna take it in any bad way. I'm just gonna take it normally that the build was useless. So I'm gonna think of the next one, as I said previously. Okay, so it's a standard schooner, only planks, large speed sail at the most back, small speed sail not at the most front, but you can also put it at the most front part of the ship. I put it a little bit in the between, basically the first available slot after putting the back sail. You need around roughly, I think, 50 walls, 50 ceilings, something like that is gonna be enough for everything. 2 smithies, a couple of storages, and okay, how many swivel guns was it again? 3, 5, 7. I don't remember how many I put at the front, but we're gonna see in just a bit. Okay, 7 and 16 for both sides. 23, 26, 29, 30. You need around 30 swivel guns to complete this. It also depends if you want to put more or less. A schooner leveling up to level 40, even if you put only NPCs on it, it's gonna be kind of useless. You want to put some maybe weight also into it and a couple more beds. That's how I would level it up. At least that's the best thing. I think is the best. Yeah, I think that's the best way to level it up. A little bit of extra crew, get some real people with you if you're gonna use it for PvP, because that's a lot easier for them to switch on the other side of the ship rather than spin the ship around, and you can focus on evading enemy fire and running away like a little girl if necessary, especially from big bad galleons which decide to focus on you rather than on the other galleons and brigantines that are trying to kill the big bad galleon. The main reason I'm putting so many swivel guns is so that even if you go on this ship with minimal amount of people, I mean real people, not NPCs, you can still be a viable PvP option and a viable ship of destruction for any enemy ship. Because if you have 4 or 5 people with you, they can constantly switch between the different swivel guns, and basically if you're close to a big ship like a brig or a galleon, I'm positive that with the little amount of weight that this ship has and the speed that it has, it cannot outrun a brigantine, it cannot outrun a galleon, but it can definitely circle around them, especially in a big battle. You're gonna have a lot more maneuverability, and you're gonna have enough speed to use that maneuverability to your advantage and deal with most enemy ships. Now, this is a speculation on my side. I hope that this speculation is correct. Oh, here, by the way, I tried to test whether I can just cover the guns, but apparently I cannot. So this is a big speculation, and I hope this speculation is actually proven true. And it works, because I would be very glad if this ship build actually works properly on official PvP servers. I would really appreciate if you guys can send me some videos of using the ship if you end up using it. Even if it fails, still send me the videos, because I appreciate the feedback. I sincerely appreciate the feedback, and I want to make better builds, but in order to make better builds, I need to get more information from you guys. I'm not the hardcore PvPer anymore. I play less and less on official, and I play mostly on private servers now. I play mainly on 2 servers. It's a good point to mention that my servers are hosted by Logic servers. They're great guys, and I have left a link in the description for anyone who wants to host and get a server for Atlas from them. They always help me. I think they're I'm gonna say I think, because I'm not 100% positive, but from what I have seen from a couple of server providers, Logic servers are the best ones with the best customer support, at least for me, because even for the smallest, most idiotic questions which have obvious answers, they're always prepared and they are always there to answer and help you. So be sure to check them in the link in the description. I would also like to mention another server. This is not a server provider, but this is a server which I'm now playing on. It's a nice, big, huge server with a great community and support. The server is hosted by Dirty South Gaming. I'm gonna give a link in the description to the server website. You can find more information there. If I'm not mistaken, it's definitely a big server because it's a 6x6 grid. If I'm not mistaken, it should be 36 total servers, so a 6x6. Might be mistaken, but check the link. Great guys, great server, great community. It's the server is close to official, with a little bit of boosted rates maybe on some places and a little bit of higher levels on others, but overall it's a fun server. So if you want to play on unofficial and you want to have a nice time, definitely check out the link in the description. I think we're almost done with this little ship here. I was kind of experimenting to see where I should properly put the steering wheel, and the first thing is I put it at the top, and I decided that I'm gonna leave it at the top, although the middle also was looking nice, but the top seems like more defended and harder for enemies to snipe you. Behind you have a couple of walls and a sail to cover your ass if you try to get sniped from another ship. But overall, this is how the ship looks. I think I missed a couple of half walls here just for the aesthetics, because I love aesthetics. I like everything to be nice and neat. But yeah, this is how the ship looks. This is the swivel gun flamethrower build. I double checked if I can use this. I can use it. It doesn't have a lot of visibility, but you can still use it. So let's release it and name it the Firebird. So this is everything for this video, guys and girls. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to like it if you enjoyed it and dislike it if you did not. Both buttons are next to each other. Drop me a comment down below with anything you want to share with me, especially if you tested the build on official and you find it useful. Definitely give me that information down below. Also, be sure to check my other gaming and music videos. As you know, I compose music. I also stream how I compose and how I do some stuff on Twitch. Be sure to check the link to my Twitch in the description. I stream 4 days a week now, maybe more if I have the time, as well as the other social links in my description. Finally, of course, if you like the content that I make, be sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon in order to get notifications. Shadow Strider out.